What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Calion here with another episode of Social Dynamics 101. And on today's show, 7 tips to help attract the woman that you want. Now, there are a ton of ways to get a woman's attention. There are funny ways, there are stupid ways, there are goofy ways, there are ignorant ways. You could walk on a handstand if you'd like. Maybe not, you'll probably fall and bust your face open. But if you want to take the opportunity to go from conversation to phone number and on down the line, you've got to know how not only to get the woman's attention, but to keep this woman's attention. If you're meeting the woman for the first time, getting to know her, or already in a deep long-term relationship, you have to know how to keep the fire going, how to keep her interested. To keep her at the point where she doesn't just like you, but she wants to be with you. She feels good being around you. She feels right being around you. A few things to remember here is, you don't have to be tall, dark, buff, and handsome. Wait, that's me. Or rich to pique a woman's interest in you. I mean, of course they help, obviously, but the most intense types of attractions that a woman feels are based on what you say and what you do. Remember, while you're in control of what you do, you cannot be in control of her. You have no idea what she's going to do in any situation. So learn to read her body language. I went dancing recently with a lovely young lady, and at the end of the night, we had this passionate kiss. I mean, it was ridiculous. But a few days later, we ran into each other at the gym, and I went to kiss her on the cheek, and she pulled away. And I realized as soon as she pulled away that she wasn't comfortable with PDA in that particular environment. She wound up texting me and telling me that exact thing. Maybe she likes only one of these 7 things, or maybe she likes 7 out of 7. The more comfortable you get with these suggestions and others that we'll get into later on, the higher your success rate will be, because you get into diversity. Attraction is a noun. It's a quality or feature of someone that invokes interest, like or dislike. And as men, we're attracted to features more than the quality, but women are more likely attracted to quality than features. In fact, a lot of men start feeling insecure about the way they look because they depend on their looks to get them a woman. Now, women will argue you amongst their friends, but they're probably not going to walk up to you and say, "My God, you're so hot." Men do that. The standard situation is a good-looking guy is sitting there and thinking to himself, "Yeah, she's looking at me. Yeah, she's checking me out. Yeah, maybe she doesn't. Wait, is she gonna come up and talk to me?" No, she's not. She's not gonna come up to you and say, "My God, you're hot." She's waiting for you to come up and say something to her. Here's where taking the initiative comes in handy. You can be the most amazing-looking guy ever. If you don't walk up and say anything, it's not gonna matter. Now consider a good-looking woman. It's exactly the reverse. She's used to men coming up to her, complimenting her on a daily basis, telling her how gorgeous and fine she is. What she's not used to is someone coming up to her, engaging her in proper conversation. That being said, let's dig in. Look into her eyes. This is one of those conversation things that recently people have had a hard time with, because we spend so much time on engaging each other on our cell phones and on computer screens. When you actually get in front of someone, looking at them directly in the eyes gets difficult. Instead of looking like an expressionless, emotionless statue, the eyes are the windows to the soul, and she wants to know if you think she has a beautiful soul. Ever heard a woman say, "My eyes are up here"? Of course you have. She knows we're looking elsewhere, but having the ability to control your baser instinct is going to place you leaps and bounds ahead of other guys who just can't control themselves from looking everywhere else but in her eyes. Number 2, relax, go do it. When you're nervous, you sweat. When you sweat, you stink. And no woman wants a sweating, breathing man all over her. I mean, unless you're engaging in coitus or working out together. Great date idea, by the way. You want to look calm, cool, and collected under pressure. Not like some meth junkie who's waiting for his next hit. Keep your body language open. Don't cross your arms. Lean back. Show that you're relaxed. And that while you do find her attractive, you don't find her threatening. Lower your voice. Here's an interesting tidbit about a man's voice. A man's voice and the air conditioning in the room resonate on the same frequency, so it's hard to hear men in a room when the air conditioning is running. Interesting, huh? That means you're gonna have to get in real close enough for her to hear what you're saying. Not in some shrill, nasally voice. You're gonna be in a personal space. Your words are there to captivate her and draw her in. Listen and give her your attention. Women love a good listener because, they love to talk. And they love to tell stories. They love to engage. They literally have entire groups of friends that are built around just talking about their feelings and listening to each other's ideas. Men, we've got a million distractions bouncing around us most of the day. Seriously. And we're easily distracted. So nothing shows a woman that you're paying attention to what she's saying better than repeating what she's saying and actually engaging in the conversation with her. Number 5, make her laugh. A lot of times we try to focus on complimenting a woman all the time and asking her really surface level questions. Learn to engage her with a comedic banter. Some people will tell you to bust her balls and take the piss out of her, but if this is your first time meeting her, I don't suggest that, because you don't know if she's going to respond. She might have a great sense of humor, or she might not understand tongue-in-cheek humor. Like for men, if we don't diss each other every conversation we get, we're not friends. Women aren't like that. You might want to get drunk and lean in her face and say something that's not funny, and she's going to slap you, or you're going to want it with a drink in your face. Number 6, I want you to make her work for it. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. You don't have to be all up in her face pursuing her. In fact, if you're the one doing all the pursuing and she's not reaching out, doing any connecting back, she's probably not that interested in you. Use your body language to position yourself so she has to lean in and talk to you. Make her qualify herself. As much as she may be the prize, you're also the prize. Don't make it easy for her. In fact, the easier it is for her, the less interested and the more bored she's going to get over time with you. Funny how that works, isn't it, on both ends? Yeah, they want us to chase them, but she also wants to chase you. Don't make yourself overly available. Number 7, escalate. Let this girl know exactly what you want. I mean, don't be like the douchebag and try to grab her, at the first couple of days, but be honest about what you're looking for while keeping it respectful. This is where watching her body language comes in handy. Recently, I took a young lady out dancing, and we were dancing and everything, and the end of the night came around, and we just were saying our farewells at the cars, and we leaned in for a hug, and I was like, should I kiss her? I think I'm gonna kiss her. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna kiss her, maybe I won't. And I leaned back, and then she came in and hugged me again. I said, okay, definitely kissing her. So when she pulled back the second time, I just sort of tucked my finger around her purse, her little loop on her purse, and just pulled her in and went for it. And she embraced that. Epically embraced it. It was a wonderful kiss. Anyway, I saw an opportunity, I saw what I wanted to do, and the moment was there. There's no reason for me not to say anything and not do it. I just moved in because the body language and the energy was right. Work on these 7 tips that I just gave you, and go out this weekend and do it while you're out. It doesn't matter if you get it right the first time. You have to work them to master them. So keep on working them, guys. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out some of our previous content, please check here. And if you want to check out some of our newest content, please look here. We've got all sorts of subjects to tantalize your intellect and help increase your chances of finding the right girl and the perfect girl for you. We'll see you soon.